related form, then an imbalance between the positive and negative energies is produced. If this is the case, then it doesn't require an enormous expenditure of energy to succumb to any discomforts, sorrows, illnesses, aggressions, emotions, depressions, moral depths, as well as mental, psychological, or consciousness-related misreactions. Such occurs when an energy defect exists. The cosmic electromagnetic life energy flows in a person in certain channels that are given for this, which we, as already explained, refer to as sananta. On the sanantas are the acupuncture centers or acupuncture points, through which the cosmic electromagnetic life energy arrives at the body's surface, but the acupuncture nodes have nothing to do with the so-called chakras, which only correspond to an illusory form. And precisely where the acupuncture centers are, of which, overall, 786 exist, but in the Chinese acupuncture teachings, as far as I know, only 672 of these are known. The life energy penetrates at the body's surface, where it can be influenced by the acupuncture needling. The life energetic and, thus, vitally necessary sananta system shows a certain resemblance to the circulatory system because just as the blood pulses through the veins, so does the cosmic electromagnetic life energy pulse through the energy system. Each sananta is also associated with a particular organ of the body, whereby all of the cycles are closely interconnected and mutually influence one another. With the entire sananta system, however, it can lead to an energy obstruction, namely when the energy is blocked, and precisely this means, then, that the immune system of the body, the consciousness, and/or the psyche is disturbed and weakened and suffers damage, by what means physical, consciousness-related, or psychological troubles, sufferings, or illnesses appear. And along with this, what is not yet known to the earthly scientists and physicians is the fact that not only the body and its organs but also the consciousness and the psyche have a particular immune system assigned to them. Now, if an energy obstruction of the life energy arises somewhere in the sananta system, then the obstruction can be dissolved by a purpose-driven acupuncture, but it is to be noted that different forms of acupuncture are necessary for different troubles, sufferings, and illnesses. Now, in order to come to speak on acupuncture needles as well as on their application, it is to be said that the fine needles used for the needling are only about 0.5 millimeter thick and are inserted into the body using different depths. Therefore, the insertion depth can vary from a few millimeters up to 5 centimeters, whereby the depth is determined by the acupuncture point. The needle is stuck directly into the acupuncture center of the sananta. This triggers a provocation, by what means the body produces nerve growth hormones that quickly spread into the surrounding tissue, thereby calming down inflammations at the nerve ends and healing these completely. Furthermore, these growth hormones move over the nerve up to the nervous root, where they trigger and carry out a regeneration of the nervous fibers. The effect of acupuncture can still be enhanced, namely by the acupuncture center being stimulated by the manual movements of the needles that are stuck in the body, in which the needles remain up to 30 minutes. Even with the manual movements of the needles, no pain arises for the person being treated. And what is still to be said still today, unfortunately, the earthly medical school views the human being in parts or sections, and exactly this is wrong, because the human being must be viewed medically as a whole. Social, consciousness-related, psychological, intellectual, sentimental, and emotional constitutions of the human being are also of utmost importance. Therefore, not just the conventional medical thinking and the related aspects, diagnoses, and resulting medication may be considered. Moreover, if one wants to describe the momentary state of life energy of a human being, then one can refer to the 5 natural elements: wood, water, fire, earth, and metal. Processes are symbolized by these elements, as these appear in nature and as these also operate in humans. The functions of the organs as well as the worlds of thoughts, feelings, psyches, emotions, and consciousnesses are also allotted to these elements. And as is determined by nature, all elements mutually influence each other. In addition to true acupuncture, What must also be mentioned is that there is an additional way to stimulate an acupuncture center more strongly, namely the so-called maxibustion, through which an increase in energy can be produced. For this, a small ball of dried mixer is attached to the free end of the acupuncture needle and is ignited. Through this, the needle that is stuck in the body warms up, which then leads the heat into the depth of the tissue. This results in increased blood circulation, which, in turn, accelerates the healing process. Of course, one acupuncture treatment is never solely necessary, but rather several of these are, however, as a rule, a noticeable improvement of the suffering, illness, or other discomfort already appears after the first treatment or after 2 or 3 of these. At the same time, it's important to know that with any form of acupuncture, if such is correctly brought to application, side effects never appear, as they very often do with chemical or herbal medicines. Billy says, "Dear, thanks for your detailed explanation, which has brought me insightful knowledge. This will surely also help many people who are interested in acupuncture, but who don't have the faintest idea of it and, therefore, might worry that this remedial method is painful and could have some bad side effects." Quetzal says, "But now, it is time for me to go, my friend. Farewell and see you again soon." Billy says, "Bye, and again, many thanks. See you again soon." The end.